Happy Ash Wednesday, everybody, and welcome to this another edition of Time Out Overtime on the Time Out Overtime YouTube channel. I'm your host, Rick Arsenault. Ladies, if you haven't done so yet, get down there in the corner somewhere and smash that like and subscribe button. Make sure to tell your friends. Make sure to tell your friends. The next subscriber to my podcast will be the winner. And if you're already a subscriber, you know what you're going to win. So, okay. All right. We're a little later tonight because the Olympic hockey game between the USA and Sweden was just completed. And the good old red, white, and blue defeated the gold and black of Sweden 2-1 in overtime. Thrilling game with a winning goal scored by Quint Hughes of the Minnesota Wild. Dylan Larkin scored the only other goal for the USA. They now will advance to the semifinal round. This coming on the heels of Canada having a very tough time of it with Czechia yesterday, winning and also winning in overtime 4-3, and 3 minutes were left in regulation, and they were losing 3-2. So they did win in overtime yesterday. Another gut wrench ending, I guess, if you're from Canada. But so that their Canadians will also advance to the semifinal round. Before this, the Olympics even started, was there any doubt who would meet in the gold medal round? I don't think so. Any doubt that Canada and U.S. were, look, the NHL has the best hockey players in the world, and I think it's being proven in the Olympics right now. I guess you could say if it weren't for hockey, I wouldn't have much interest at all in the Olympics. They've got about another week to go yet. The Red Wings have already back at practice, except for Dylan Larkin and now that Lucas Raymond, now that they've been eliminated, they'll probably rejoin their teammates at practice. The only one who won't be at practice then will be Dylan Larkin. Okay. Now that Germany and Sweden have both been eliminated. College basketball. Michigan and Michigan State both played last night. And another impressive win for Michigan against a good Purdue team at Mackey Arena in West Lafayette. Tough to win there. And at one point in the first half, Michigan had a 20-point lead. They ended up winning by double digits. Another impressive win for the top-ranked Michigan Wolverines basketball team. What is awaiting them is a date in Washington, D.C., 6:30 Saturday night against the Duke Blue Devils. And I don't know why they're playing in Washington, D.C. The game is exclusively on ESPN. Will not be broadcast on ABC. Okay. You can take it to the bank, folks. Whoever wins this game Saturday, Michigan number 1, Duke comes in at number 3. Whoever wins this game Saturday will be getting a top seed in one of the 4 regions in the tournament. Take that to the bank. I guarantee you that. Kind of like what Dusty May said after the game last night. And I've been telling you, this doesn't really matter who's number 1 right now, because this is merely a conjecture. It's a mythical number 1 right now, if you will. But being number 1 right now is merely a conjecture on the part of the writers. Okay, what they think, they vote on this every week. But kind of like what Dusty May said after the game, the only thing that matters to him is where they're at, being number 1 on April the 7th. April the 7th. Well, why is that? Well, because that happens to be the day after the Division I championship game on Monday night, April the 6th, the day after Easter. Okay. That's when the Division I championship game will be played. Can Michigan get to the top of the mountain? I think so. I'm not going to make a prediction about Saturday. as good as they look, as good as they are, it is on a neutral site. I'm glad they're not playing at Cameron Arena in Durham. I think Michigan can win the game, and I think they will. But you want to look past that. I think Michigan's got a home game against Minnesota. They've got road games, 2 tough road games at Illinois and Iowa. They finish out at home against Michigan State on Selection Sunday, March the 8th. As for Michigan State, they had, I don't know if you call it impressive win last night. You call it impressive? Okay, they beat a bad UCLA team who have been out here for almost a week now. UCLA men's basketball team has been out here now almost, well, they're gone. They're back in Los Angeles now, but they were out here for almost a week. And I've asked this question before. So, okay, so when are these kids going to school? When are they going to school? Okay, the answer to that is they're not. They are not going to school. They are not going to class. Any degree they may receive upon graduation is merely honorary, okay? They do not attend class. I can tell you that for a fact. Football players don't either. Anyway, they're back in LA now, but they suffered an embarrassing loss last night to Michigan. Is Michigan State back on track now? I don't know. They're at home Sunday at a 1:00 game on CBS playing Ohio State. They'll probably win that game, okay? What do they do after that? They've got Rutgers at home, Michigan State in Ann Arbor before that. They've also got to play at Illinois, I believe, and Indiana too. So I don't know. If you heard what Mick Cronin, the head coach of UCLA, going off on a reporter last night after the game, maybe I'll play that for you on Friday. I think it's worth hearing. It's about a minute and a half. Apparently, the reporter asked him a question about the Spartan student rooting section, and he blew up. That's when he blew up at the reporter. I don't think the question should have been asked, but the Cronin didn't. The guy's a jerk. Mick Cronin, the head basketball coach at UCLA, the guy is a complete jerk. After you hear this audio, I don't have time for it tonight. I'll play you for it on Friday. You'll agree with me. The guy's a complete jerk. He's got a fairly decent basketball team, but it was uncalled for, and maybe an inappropriate question on the part of the reporter too. But anyway, so before we talk about baseball, I don't have any Lion news tonight to report. All you have to know is that the combine, NFL combine in Indianapolis at Lucas Oil starts next week, next Tuesday or Wednesday, I believe. It runs through the first few days of March. We'll talk more about that, obviously, next week. Of course, Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell will be there, and while they're there next week, I'm sure they will both hold press conferences. So it'll be interesting to hear that. By the way, their flagship 97.1 The Ticket announced today a contract extension with the Detroit Lions. So I don't know. I didn't see all the details, but 97.1 The Ticket will be the Lions' flagship station for quite a few years to come. Anyway, again, I didn't see all the details, but I do know that they negotiated a new contract, and so 97.1 The Ticket for the foreseeable future, anyway, will be indeed be the Detroit Tigers official Detroit Tigers. Well, it is Detroit Lions official flagship station. So that's it for Lions. Sponsors: Finish Line Family Restaurant on Carlton Road in Hillsdale, across the street from Aeroswift Printing, is the best sit-down restaurant in our area. It's not even close, folks. I guarantee you that. It's not close. It's been a staple in our community for more than 40 years, more than 4 decades. And there's a reason why. It's everything you want in a sit-down restaurant. Reasonable pricing, the service, great menu, great food, great atmosphere. It's got anything you want in a sit-down restaurant. For me, this is a testimonial for me, folks. Hours of operation, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Open till 8 with all you can eat fish on Friday night. Fast, friendly service. Award-winning breakfast served all day. Great family atmosphere. You can't ask for anything more in a sit-down restaurant in our area here than the Finish Line Family Restaurant. And I can promise you, when you fuel up for food at the Finish Line Family Restaurant, you will always finish first. I better see you there. Okay? All right. We're also brought to you in part by Barron Insurance. Have you got your playbook ready for Medicare? Do you? Don't let healthcare costs vex you. We're calling an audible with Joe Rudin at Barron Insurance to help you navigate Medicare and health insurance. Whether you're aging into Medicare in a special enrollment period or losing other coverage, Joe's got the stats and the know-how to help you score the best coverage for your needs. Plus, get a game plan for retirement healthcare costs. Businesses. Don't get sacked. Joe's got a group health coverage option for you too. Give Joe a call at 517-849-1000 or check out www.barrettins.com. You can find them at the corner of US 12, pardon me, and M99 in Jonesville. Where's the voice going here? That's Joe Rudin Insurance, protecting your dreams. 517-849-1000. Am I going to get through this? I think so. Don't know what happened here. BarrettINS.com. That's Barrett Insurance on the corner of US 12 and M99 in Jonesville, 517-849-1000. BarrettINS.com. Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. As you saw in the headlines, the Tigers have made it known what their pitching rotation will be for the first 3 spring training games, which will commence on Saturday. Locally, you can hear that game a little after 1 o'clock here on WCSR 92.1 FM as they take on the Yankees in Tampa. With the action starting to pick up, as I said, Saturday, they welcome, after the game in Tampa on Saturday, they welcome the Orioles and the Twins on Sunday and Monday at home. Also, those games are 1:05 starts. So they've got the Yankees in Tampa Saturday, the 21st, Sunday, the 22nd. They've got the Orioles in Lakeland, and the following day, Monday, the 23rd, they've got the Twins in Lakeland. So apparently the Cody Saberhaven of The Athletic has released their rotation for those 3 games. Looks like Kiner Montero will kick things off against the Yankees on Monday, and Montero will be part of the team. He'll be a member of the bullpen and in middle relief, and he'll also make some spot starts for them, as well as Troy Melton will. Those 2 guys will be an integral part of the Tiger bullpen. Don't forget about either one of them. They got the closers. You've heard about them. The Finnegans and the Jansons and the Will Vests, so on and so forth. These guys are also very important. Anyway, Montero will start Saturday, probably pitch a couple of innings. Jack Flaherty will start Sunday. He'll be followed by minor leaguer Brian Sammons. They're scheduled to face the Orioles on Sunday, and then Derek Skubal will make his first spring debut on Monday against the Twins. And then the free agent acquisition, Drew Anderson, who's been pitching in Korea the last several years, will also pitch on Monday. And of course, this is all subject to change. Now, Justin Verlander was back yesterday. He was on leave for a couple of days, and he's been having some confabs already with the guy he's going to be throwing to most of the time, Dylan Dingler. In regard to where he would like him setting up behind the plate, how he would, where he likes his targets and so on and so forth. They also talked about angles to hitters from either side of the plate. You might say they're talking about all of the intricacies of pitching, and it's the guy that the pitcher is throwing to is every bit as important as the guy throwing the ball. And don't Don't forget Dylan Dingler won a Gold Glove last year. So I expect another. He had as good a year as any Tiger at the plate last year. Did Dylan Dingler? They really did. That's going to do it. I think I've talked enough here. The voice is coming back a little bit. Oh, one last word here for Quality PC. Downtown Hillsdale, a place to go for all your technical needs. There is no other place to go. Quality PC, downtown Hillsdale, 37 Walter Street, 517-610-5372. Anything at all. Computers, new or used, flat screen TV, mounting programming setup. I recited this before. Maybe you're changing internet providers, you need that installed. Breakers, new or anything. This is the only place for tech services. Quality PC, downtown Hillsdale, 517-610-5372. Or as I said, get in there and see them, Tim and his staff, at 37 Walter Street. That's going to do it. And tell them me and Mickey sent you, of course. That's going to do it for me. I'll talk to you all again on Friday. Of course, don't forget Saturday mornings with Andy and Jed on the Time Out Show here locally, WCSR 92.1 FM. So until Friday, I will bid you all a very happy Ash Wednesday. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Remember to please treat each other with respect. So until Friday, then, I'll simply again say thanks so much for watching and listening. Please tell your friends. Till Friday. So long. Good night, everybody.